Hello everybody and welcome to my next Based Builds video. This is a fairly new series I started where I take concepts we know from different packs and try to rebuild them in base game only. And this time I decided I want to build a school. With high school years we obviously got a high school, and now I'm setting out to build a primary school. And I want to do this in a base game only. So I'm constructing a building that's big enough for several classrooms, as well as rooms like an art room and a toilet. And I still wanted it to have a schoolyard. Now, I'm building this all with base game, so obviously it is not a real school. I chose the library lot type because it's kind of fitting, and that means it's kind of hectic. A lot of people will run around, and it's obviously not going to be just kids, but I had to get creative a lot of the time, so here you see me mimicking chalkboards by just using a menu board and sizing it up and doubling it. And I also used dining room tables as desk so that two kids can sit at one desk. I had room for a computer lab and a science lab and a cafeteria in my school build. Now the cafeteria is one where you bring your own food and a catering service delivers food, not one where you cook. I try to be pretty colorful. The school is meant to look a little bit old. Like, people try to make it pretty, but it's also underfunded. It's a public school. It's not a fancy private school. So they don't have a lot, and it's not the most fancy build, not the prettiest build I ever made, but I wanted it to look authentically like a school. So the walls are relatively bare for a school classroom because in base game I didn't have so many options that were suitable, but I tried to put in some items like a picture of the class and some backpacks of the students and, some posters and decorations, just so that it would look a little less empty. What also helped was filling the classrooms with storage in the back, where I put a plant for the kids to take care of and also later a little class pet. I know some classes do that, and it's a great way to teach children. In the hallway, I put a little message board for after-school activities and whatnot, and I tried to make the rooms appear to have a real function. For example, this is the science room, so I try to arrange it in a way that seems functional. I also placed the chess table in the science room because the lot type needed one, and I figured, you know what, intelligence stuff. And that was it. Now here you see me place a few snacks and condiments, as well as a sink in the cafeteria. As I said, it's gonna be one where you bring your own food and have an additional catering service deliver some food, just because I didn't have room to build an entire kitchen and I didn't have like appropriate snack machines in base game. Most of this is stuff you can fairly well build on if you add a few packs. So this works fine in base game, I think, but with the addition of some other packs, you can really make it an even more plausible school building. All in all, I tried to make it look realistically a school. That's why you see me delete these pictures, because they were fairly advanced and they looked to be nude, so that's not really appropriate. And of course I had to arrange these animals by color. Had to mesh the wallpaper. And you see me use, just a few items to fill up the space, to clutter up the space. Of course, I think a school would be way more cluttered. The addition of the high school pack and basically all family-oriented packs, and of course the clutter pack could really take this up a notch, but so far it's working. A few exhibits in the science room just also help to make this seem like a functional space, as well as the storage, of course, and some personal items here and there. It's most important to me that the space looks like it's a real school, like kids can actually learn something there, and of course that it works like that too. So you can really get your children here and have them play with other kids, have them study, have them do their homework. They have a space for that too. And really utilize this lot for skill building. I know it's not exactly a school. A lot of grown-ups will just wander around and people will just randomly sit at the teacher's desk and all of that. But you can really act like it was. And yeah, that's basically play pretend The Sims. This is probably as close as I can get to a real elementary school in The Sims. Now I'm dressing up the bathroom and I do something kind of unconventional by using the bath detergents as soap, because I wasn't really happy with the soap dispensers and I thought these look much more child friendly, and so I just sized them down and decided they were a bunch of soaps. So yeah, the school is very child friendly, also in colors. It has a lot of fun and bright colors, orange and blue. I just went for stuff that's not too adult, not too grown up, and I wanted it to not look so stylish and good, but just fun mostly. This is also why there are murals on the walls and just, you know, a lot of spaces for the children to feel free. I also use this wallpaper in the hallway that looks like the children could maybe have helped in decorating it, which is always fun. And on the outside I put a playing cards table. With the new pack, they could potentially even play puzzles there, which is fun. And with that, we are practically done. See you in the reveal. Okay, so that's the build. That's the outside of the school from the front. And this is the back with a little schoolyard where they can play and during breaks, or they can learn how to garden. And yeah, so far so good from the outside. I think it looks pretty school-likey with the big clock in the front and this little sign there and also the flag. So let's head on inside. So that's the school hallway. It's a small school, so it doesn't have a lot in the hallway. It has some lockers and it has a message board for activities, but really nothing more. So let's go straight to the classrooms. Hilariously, I think there was a teacher. Yeah, this is the classroom with the fake chalkboard and the teacher's desks, and here's a kid sitting. Whoa, did you just walk through the wall, lady? And there's a grown adult who also goes to this class. And that's the class pet, a little froggy, and the class plant they have to take care of. The teacher is here, class is in session. Now of course, this isn't a real school and it's a library, so you will have a lot of people walk all over this. But I like that it looks like a school. So this class here has a class pet and a class plant to take care of. And this is the science lab, where you also can play chess and learn about the elements and do some experiments. And we have some stuff out here that the teacher can show the kids. And these here are the toilets. We have 4 kids per class. It's a very tiny school. So we have 4 bathroom stalls. And yeah, nothing here looks too chic. It's a fairly standard, you know, public school. Nothing really big and fancy, no cool private school stuff. So I wanted it to look semi-shabby. Like, it's old, it's underfunded, but it's not bad by any means. It's a good school. This is where you go out to the schoolyard. And then we can take the stairs up. This is the upstairs school hallway where you can play a bit and chill with your friends. And then through this door next to the stairs is the art room. With the new pack, kids will be able to use the easels, and until then it's the adults visiting the slot for library reasons. But the kids have the activity tables here where they can produce artwork, and this artwork will also fill the blank walls eventually, like you can put it up. And opposite of that room is the library room, like where they can make, where they can do their homework and they can read and just chill after class or during, like... Are you destroying it? How rude! That's rude. Well, anyway. The room next to that is the cafeteria, and now this is not a cafeteria where they cook. They get food delivered or they bring it from home. So here's just a few snacks and condiments, but you can see the kids bring their own lunch and lunch boxes. That's fairly normal. And this is where the catering menu is, what the kids can order. This is not wine, this is grape juice, perfectly child-friendly. And this is the computer lab. When they have computer lessons, they go here. I went out on Olympia Listen. It's all a stretch, and I know that, but yeah. And that's the school. It was actually relatively hard for me to furnish this build with just base game. I think there's a lot you can do when you have additional packs to utilize it, and you can pretty much make this a great school, I think. Even with only base game, it has a lot of skill building for children, and it has a lot of activities to make friends, and that's basically what school is, isn't it? So I consider this base build a success. This is definitely a base game school. And with that, I wish you all a great rest of your day, and I hope to see you in the next video, which will probably be post new pack and post base game update for infants, and I honestly cannot wait. So see you then, see you soon, goodbye.